Let me call this meeting back to order and ask you to please stand for the flag.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Seeing no corrections or changes to the agenda, your recommendation, sir.
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the agenda.
Need a motion to approve the agenda as presented. Second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Superintendent's report.
Thank you, Madam President. I have one item today. I've got a short presentation based on the budget information that you received earlier today in our budget meeting. And I wanted to touch on two topics today, just a little bit of a recap of some things we'll talk about. The two topics will be teacher salaries and safety. So first of all, I wanted to just kind of give everyone a little bit of background on the local teacher supplements. These are up to district discretion. In other words, every teacher receives the state teacher's salary, and then it's up to each district if districts want to add money onto that salary. Here in DeSoto County Schools, we added $1,000 to the teacher supplement in 2018. We added $400 last summer, and we're adding an additional $620 for next school year, the 22-23 school year. And this is in addition also to the legislative increase, which obviously is something that we're very appreciative of that our teachers are receiving. So there's been a total increase in the local supplement of $2,020 since 2018. And also what that does is it gives our teachers a local supplement of $5,000 on the low end of it, all the way up to $5,384. That supplement varies as you go along as your years of experience increase. But this makes it to where all of our teachers will be receiving at least a $5,000 supplement for working in DeSoto County Schools. Next, I want to show you a little bit about the state pay scale and DeSoto County Schools. This past year that we just finished, if a teacher was starting in a Mississippi district that did not offer any type of teaching supplement, they would have earned $37,000. A beginning teacher in Mississippi who begins in August, they will earn $41,500. So we just talked about the local supplement just a minute ago. So a beginning teacher in DeSoto County Schools next year will earn $46,500. We're excited we've been able to raise that up, a combination of the legislative pay increase plus an increase to the district supplement. I picked another year just to show you about how this is working. This past school year, a 20-year DeSoto County Schools teacher who had a master's degree was making $55,847. This upcoming school year, the teachers on that same scale, they would be making $61,707. And so, once again, the combination of the two puts us in a lot better shape with our teachers. I'm very glad that we're able to do that. I want to thank the board also for considering this increase this year and also approving the increases in local supplement recently. Any questions about the pay scale? Now I want to talk a little bit about our school resource officers. In the 2018-2019 school year, we changed course as far as what we were doing with school resource officers. Up until that time, and you'll see here in just a moment, we had obviously help from our cities and our county government who supplied our school resource officers. These were law enforcement officials who worked for those agencies. And up until that time, we had given no money. So we just got whatever each entity had supplied. Beginning in the 2018-19 school year, we began giving $375 total. And then in 2019-20, we began giving $750,000 out of our budget each year to help school resource officers. And I'm showing you this because, and I think it's very good for everyone in the public to know that we're not just now starting to try to increase school resource officers. This has been a continuing effort over the last several years. So this will give you a good breakdown of what we've had in our schools. In 17-18, before we started adding that money, you'll see that I don't have a money amount on that one. We had 15 school resource officers covering our 38 schools. So we were 39.5%. And you'll see that increases to 50% in 2018-19. And then we've been over 3/4 the last 3 school years. So we were 29, 29, and then 30. We basically, the percentages are about the same because we added a school this past school year with Lewisburg Middle School. So we finished the year with 30 school resource officers at our 39 schools. We were given $750,000 in our budget to those entities to help out with school resource officer placement. So we had $375,000 and $750,000 this upcoming school year. As you saw in our budget proposal, we will be proposing at least $2 million to go toward school resource officers for next school year. So we're more than doubling what we have been given, and it will be at least $2 million. We may go a little bit higher than that, just depending on what the needs are with our cities and with our county. And I want to say this, and this is the last slide that I have up here, is this is a team effort. When I say that, there's a lot of elected officials who are up here, but between our school board members, the board of supervisors, and the mayors of Fernando, Horn Lake, Olive Branch, and South Lake, who I've reached out to, all of these have provided school resource officers in the past. And so I contacted them and said, look, we want to have a school resource officer at every school. And each of the 4 mayors who have given school resource officers in the past, they have, if they're missing one officer or multiple officers, they said they wanted to do everything in their power to try to help to make sure that they have that covered. And also the board of supervisors, we've heard from multiple members of the board saying they want to do all that they can to make sure we have maximum coverage too. And Sheriff Bill Rasco, he and I have talked, and he wants to make sure that he's done all that he can do. So it's a team effort. It's not something that just started this week or this month. This has been something that's been ongoing now for the last few years. But at the same time, I'm just very encouraged to see that everybody is behind this effort, and want to thank the mayors, thank the supervisors, the sheriff, I want to thank our board members for helping us work toward this, and then we'll just see how everything progresses through the summer, but it's headed in the right direction. Just want to give you all that report, and thank you for the superintendent.
Anybody have any other comments?
Does that include the traffic support?
In certain areas, yes, as far as they'll
I know
supply.
sometimes we use with the sheriff department in rural areas.
Right, so the sheriff's department will have officers on duty in those areas. So some of those are school resource officers, but some of those are not necessarily school resource officers. They might be patrol officers who just help with. And that's the thing, like with that amount of money, and that's the part of the partnership, is the cities and counties are picking up part of the cost because it's their officers. And that's what we're trying to do, is offset that cost, because like you just said, it's not just being there and that presence, that proactive presence in the building, but it's also the traffic, it's also the ball games. There's a lot of things that go along with that and support. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's it.
That's it. That concludes my superintendent.
Mr. Kern.
Yes, ma'am. I have one matter that needs to be discussed in executive session, and it's an employee evaluation matter.
You all received copies of the minutes for May the 5th. If there are no changes, do I have a motion to approve them as presented?
Make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Aye.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Consent agenda, items A through N in your recommendations, sir.
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the consent agenda.
Do I have a motion to approve items A through N in the consent agenda?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right. Motion passes. Mr. Drainage project, South Haven High School.
Just been bids were open on May the 13th. South Haven High Drainage Project, 2 vendors submitted bids. My recommendation, accept the lowest and best bid from Bulldog Construction Company.
Recommendation, sir, on the drainage project.
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the bids for the drainage project South Haven High School.
I have a motion to approve the drainage project bids for South Haven High School.
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Contractual agreements with Bulldog Construction Company at South Haven High School.
Yes, ma'am, we're requesting permission from the board to enter into a contractual agreement with Bulldog Construction for the South Haven High School Drainage Project.
Recommendation, sir.
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve entering into a contractual agreement with Bulldog Construction Company for the drainage project at South Haven High School.
Motion to put in the contractual agreement with Bulldog Construction Company at South Haven High School.
Make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Parking lot overlay at South Haven Elementary.
Yes, ma'am, bids were open on May the 13th. There were 3 vendors who submitted bids. My recommendation, accept the best and lowest bid from Micah's Junior Services.
Your recommendation, sir, on the overlay project.
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve accepting the lowest bid from Michael's Junior Services parking lot overlay project at South Haven Elementary School.
Do you have a motion to approve the parking lot overlay project, Michael's Services?
Make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Contractual agreement with Michael's Junior Services at South Haven Elementary.
Yes, ma'am, requesting permission to enter into a contractual agreement with Micah's Junior Services at South Haven Elementary School parking lot.
Recommendation, sir.
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve entering into a contractual agreement with Michael's Junior Services for the parking lot overlay project at South Haven Elementary School.
Do I have a motion to approve the contractual agreement with Michael's Junior Services for South Haven?
Make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Bids for parking lot repairs, Centerville High School.
Yes, ma'am, bids were open on May the 13th for Centerville High School and parking lot repair. 4 vendors submitted bids. My recommendation is accept the lowest and best bid from Micah's Junior Services.
Recommendations.
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the lowest and best bid from Michael's Junior Services for the parking lot repairs at Centerville High School.
Motion to approve the bids for the parking lot repairs at Centerville High School.
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Contractual agreements with Michael's Junior Services at Centerville High School.
And we're requesting permission from the board to enter into a contractual agreement with Micah's Junior Services for the Centerville High parking lot repair project.
Your recommendations, sir, on the contractual agreement.
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve entering into a contractual agreement with Michael's Junior Services for the parking lot repairs at Centerville High School.
Have a motion for the contractual agreement with Michael's Junior Services for Centerville High School.
Move.
Have a second.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Partial HVAC replacement for Greenwood Elementary.
Yes, ma'am. Bids were opened on April 20th for Greenbrook Elementary School, partial HVAC replacement project. 2 vendors submitted bids, and it's my recommendation to accept the best and lowest bid from American Refrigeration.
The recommendation, sir.
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the lowest bid from American Refrigeration, Heating, and Air Conditioning Company for partial HVAC replacement at Greenbrook Elementary School.
Motion to approve partial replacement of Greenwood Elementary refrigeration.
Make that motion.
Do I have a second? Second. Okay. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Contractual agreement with refrigeration and air company with partial replacement.
Yes, ma'am. We're requesting permission from the board to enter into a contractual agreement with American Refrigeration for the Greenbrook Elementary School partial HVAC replacement.
Recommendations.
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve entering into contractual agreement with American Refrigeration, Heating, and Air Conditioning Company for the partial HVAC replacement at Greenbrook Elementary School.
A motion to approve contractual agreement with American Refrigeration, Heating, and Air Greenwood. I have a second.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Motion and opposed. Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Williams.
I think I'm gonna stay a little longer.
Oh, you're going to do the certification. Frank, you know what you're doing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Certification.
I'll make a council to reconcile.
Okay, your recommendation, Mr. Austin.
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the certification of bank reconciliation for April 2022.
A motion to approve the bank reconciliation for April 2022.
I'll make that motion.
The second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Revised policy, IJ, technology and instructional electronic information resources.
It's been the board policy, IJ is being presented to the board with multiple revisions for the upcoming school year. We're requesting approval from the board for the proposed changes as listed in the MSBA online policy site.
Recommendation on the policy. So,
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve the revised board policy, IJ, technology and instruction, electronic information resources.
do I have a motion to approve the revisions on policy IJ?
So moved.
I have a second.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. We're going to do personnel too?
Not today.
No. Mr. Alexander.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Pages 1 through 6 are recommendations. Pages 7 through 12 are personnel changes. Page 13 is a memo for myself on the 22-23 junior ROTC instructors' salaries. These are established per the National Defense Authorization Act. Page 14 is a memo from Coach Jenkins, our Director of Athletics, on volunteer paraprofessionals who will assist us in coaching for the 22-23 school year. Page 15 through 17 are the athletic and extracurricular supplements for the 22-23 school year. Page 18 is the 22-23 classified pay scale at the school level. Page 19 is a 22-23 instructional assistant, 182-day. Page 20 is classified salary schedule for 187-day district. Page 21 is the 22-23 district classified salary schedule for 205. Page 22 is the bilingual interpreter and translator salary schedule. Page 23, the bookkeeper pay scale at the school level. These are all for 22-23 year. Page 24 is the district office classified scale. Page 25 is the sign language interpreter scale. Page 26 is the maintenance salary scale. And page 27 is the maintenance salary scale at the school level. Page 28 is the mental health salary scale. Page 29 is the MSIS pay scale, school level. Page 30 is the occupational therapist. Page 31 is the nurses pay scale. Page 32 is the office manager, staff accounting pay scale. Page 33 is the technology salary schedule. Page 34 is child nutrition team leader pay scale. Page 35 is child nutrition team leader pay scale. Page 36 is transportation school bus driver and bus aide pay scale. Page 37 is the transportation technician and safety supervisor scale. Pages 38 and 39 is a request for additional pay from Mr. Spencer, Assistant Superintendent, who's with your teachers working on revision of common assessments and pacing and development of supporting materials for a total of 40 hours, June 13th through June 22nd, 30 per hour. Page 40 through 41 is a request from Mr. Perkins, our Director of Research and Accountability, on all of our third grade test coordinators to work up to 20 additional hours of their hourly rate of pay. This begins at the beginning of the fiscal year and ends at the end of it. Page 42 through 43 is a request for additional pay from Mr. Perkins of high schools, the same section, and it will be up to 40 hours. So, page 44 is a request for additional pay from Ms. Goss, Director of Special Ed, on the med chair change to Fort Lake Elementary School, using those remaining 15 hours for another employee. Pages 45 through 46 request for additional pay from Ms. Goss on additional ESY employees who will work June 3rd and again on July 14th. They pay their hourly rate. Page 47, request for additional pay from the senior migrant federal programs on Fort Lake High School teachers who will work to prepare professional development materials for a total of 468 hours as we begin on June the 6th and again on July 31st at $30 an hour. Page 48 is request for additional pay from Ms. Juan Williams, Director of Mental Health, on an employee mental health therapist who will offer services through the summer for a total of 26 hours beginning June 3rd to July 15th at her hourly rate. Page 49, request for additional pay from Ms. Williams on an employee mental health therapist who will also offer services throughout the summer for a total of 20 hours beginning 6/3 ending 7/15 and pay at her hourly rate. Page 50 is a request for additional pay from Ms. Samples, an Executive Director of Academic Support School Improvement for high school summer school teachers. They'll work June 3rd and it will end on July the 2nd, $30 per hour. And then page 51 is a request for additional pay from Mr. Chase, Chief Operations Officer, on investigator security officers who work as needed for board meetings and other duties. Officer who begin 6/2, and this will end on July 15th. They will be paid at their hourly rate.
Thank you. Recommendation on personnel.
Madam President, I recommend the board to approve personnel as presented.
The motion to approve personnel is presented.
I make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Student discipline, Mr. Kinley.
Madam Chairman, we have student discipline matters to address in executive session.
This being the first meeting of the month, we have a public comment session. As a board, we welcome public participation at our board meetings. While this is not a debate setting for question and answer, we reserve this time in a regular meeting for the public and for citizens who have requested to appear. Board policy allows 30 minutes for public comment. Do we have anyone to make public comments? Seeing no one, we do not have a request to be heard here. I need a motion to consider going into closed session for the student discipline matters and for the attorney's evaluation. Do I have that motion? All in favor? Aye. Thank you. We will be in executive session. Mr. Chase will come back and give you, if we're not seeing today.